Hi guys, it is Sandra. I'm going to do a really quick update from my iPhone. I had planned to do a day in the life, but our day didn't go quite as planned today, so I didn't do it. So what happened was Jackson had therapy this morning, and we had just gotten back from therapy, and I was about to get him out of the car seat, and he was doing that like I'm going to really cry face, like I'm scared. I don't know how to describe it. His eyes fill up with water, and he goes... Yeah, and so I went back I unbuckled his chest straps and got his arms out. Jackson, you okay? What's wrong? And he didn't answer me, and then I gave him a hug and rubbed his back, and then when I put him back into the car seat to look at him, he just kind of went limp, and then he looked up in the corner like, and then just like stared through me like a blank stare and started drooling, and his bottom lip was quivering, and I couldn't get him to respond to me, and I kept asking if he was okay, kept saying his name. I even, like, he's obsessed with airplanes, so I was like, oh look Jackson, airplane, and nothing. I didn't get any response from him, and it lasted like, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden he was like, okay, and then we took him inside. He was really fussy and just kind of laid around on the stairs and just wasn't acting himself. And then shortly after that he took his nap, and we took him to the doctor today because of that, because in the past he has had these little, what I call like little blank stares, like starting when he was 10 months old about, and I've been talking to the doctor about it throughout this time, and they didn't seem too concerned, but he'd be sitting there eating and, you know, rocking like he does his head banging, you know, and then all of a sudden he'd stop and then start again and get right back into it. And I always thought that was kind of weird. Anyway, so the doctor said due to his history, and he looked back in his report and did say that we had been discussing that on and off through his life in the past few years or whatever, and then this episode today, which was a lot longer, he believes he's having complex partial seizures, I think is what he said. Complex partial or partial complex? I think it's complex partial. So anyway, he gave us some instructions on what to do if he has it happen again. You know, things like, obviously don't leave him alone in a bathtub, which we don't anyway. And if he does have this happen again, just lay him down on his sides. That way the drool and stuff isn't going into his lungs and all that kind of thing, and just kind of wait for him to come to. He says it's usually more scary for the parents than it is for the kids, which it was pretty spooky. I will be honest, it kind of freaked me out this morning. I about called 911, but then he came out of it. So anyway, that's kind of why I have a lack of my video today, and I will update you guys more when I know more. I don't know when his appointments are going to be or anything. They did say that kids with sensory issues are more prone to having seizure activity and epilepsy and things like that. So it's really not that unheard of that it doesn't surprise him, is basically what he said, that he would be having